the hairy hippo.
Hey, Hairy Hippo here. How you doing? Me? I'm doing good, you know. Doing the usual stuff. Leveling, artifact powering, going grrrr in the low-level dungeons because people just don't know what they're doing. Usual stuff. Anyway, let's get to today's video topic. Centaurs. Or as my friends across the pond say, Centaurs. Because, you know there's a U in the name, right? There's a U. Centaur. Not Centaur. That's by the by. I want to talk to you about centaurs. Majestic, mystical, mythological, a whole lot of M's, basically. However, in WoW, they're just a bunch of a-holes. So, here's what we know about them. These suckers are originally the spawn of Centaaaaaaars and his son Centaur. Probably not spelling this. Z-A-E-T-A-R. Centaur. Centaur. I don't know. Don't ask me. I'm still... It's late. I don't know. Centaur. There are 5 clans in Kalimdor. You've got the Kolkar of the Barons, the Moradin from Desolace. I know I said it like that. The Magrem, who also live in Desolace. The Galak of Thousand Needles and Mulgore. And then finally the Gelkis, who also live in Desolace. They really, really like Desolace. Have you been to Desolace? It's horrible. It's grey, it's poo, it's just bones everywhere, it's just... But there's a reason for this, which will come up shortly. These 5 clans all originate from the sexy times of Centaur and the Princess Theradras. That sexy woman with massive boobies and skin-tight bikini wearing Maraudon. You find me a woman like that, and I'll be one happy hippo. Not hairy. Well, I'll still be a hairy hippo, but I'll be a happy hairy hippo. Happy hairy hippo. Anyway, back to the video. So, the centaur. I was going to say centaur then. I was going to say centaur. The centaur. I'm just going to mix it in there, I think. Just throw in a centaur. They're all pent up with rage for generally being like psychotic horsemen thingies. That's a technical terminology right there, just to let you know. And with all of their rage, they just end up killing their dad, Centaur. And their mum, who, is their address. She ends up burying his corpse in Maraudon, on the island part that she stands on, basically keeping his spirit prisoner and tormenting his soul. Typical bunny boiler girlfriend stereotype right there, just pointing that out. So with Daddy's body buried in Maraudon, the dungeon itself becomes a kind of holy place for the Centaur race. Holy place for the Centaur race. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just going to shut up now. I guess it was because of them thinking like, oh crap, I killed Daddy, so I must repent and worship at his burial ground. Oh, and while I'm there I can say hi to Mum. I mean, that's my layman interpretation of their thinking. Anyway. Quite a few years go by, centaurs are killing and pillaging and expanding and growing and making babies, as you do, when they come across a race of cows that walk on their hind legs and are all just worshipping nature and having a cracking good time, being peaceful, like hippies, yeah, and smoking and... They don't smoke. I don't think I've seen them with a peace pipe. I don't know. Have you seen a peace pipe? I don't know. Well, anyway, I'm talking about the Tauren in case my analogy wasn't helpful at all. The Centaurs absolutely kick the crap out of the Tauren and force them out of Mulgore, aka their ancestral lands, and basically claim it as their own territory. So this forces the Tauren to become quite a nomadic people and just wander around aimlessly throughout the Barrens, just defending themselves from further Centaur raidings and battles. It's actually because of this situation that the Tauren join the Horde. When the Orcs land on Kalimdor, which if you play any of the previous Warcraft games you'll see, and they basically find a nomadic clan getting attacked and decide, well, that ain't right, and just help the Tauren out. So much so that the Orcs help the Tauren reclaim Thunderbluff and Mulgore, for the most part anyway. There's still the Galak wandering around, ready to mess up some lobies, as you do. And yeah, so there was a bit of a killing going on. I feel sorry for the Orcs, actually, because they did leave the Eastern Kingdoms getting killed and all this kind of stuff, and then suddenly they get to Kalimdor and they're like, oh, there's more killing? Okay, well maybe we'll do the killing now. And it's just like, well, we'll just have a holiday home, like something like a pleasure palace or something like that. That comes around later on anyway, doesn't it? Ooh. So this brings us to the modern day. Centaurs are still being a pain in the ass. but not to the scale that they were in the past. I'm still rhyming here, aren't I? You know, when they ravage the plains of Kalimdor. The clans stick to their own and fight pretty much anything and everything, including other members of their own race that are in other clans. I mean, interestingly, both the Alliance and the Horde are doing their part of keeping the Centaurs at bay by controlling their politics and encouraging the clans to fight one another. Like, oh, you go kill him because he said something. He said your mum's a hoe. We all have the same mum. You know, that kind of thing. Well, they probably don't now because obviously generations gone by and all that kind of stuff, and Theradress just looks like a stone sex figure. Although I don't really understand how like the Horde can influence the Centaurs, purely because they hate them so much that they turn Centaurs into rugs. Literally, go figure. And that's pretty much all I know. As of all my stories, they're to be taken in with a pinch of salt. I'm no Noble or Doran's movies, you know, I like to give a rough idea about the vastness of many things within WoW, to hopefully inspire you to go out and read more into things and appreciate the richness of the lore. Oh, and in case you're wondering why I even made a video on Centaurs, it's quite simple. I stupidly wondered one night, how the hell do they breed? Because I've never seen a female one. What's going on with this voice as well? What's going on? And how wrong I was. This is a female Centaur. Obviously with their bras on, etc. I just never bothered to pay attention to their physique. So, yeah, there we go, female Centaur, sorted. I could have just put that on, it'd been like a 30-second video. See, this is a Centaur, it's female. So there we have it, we're done. Time for the spiel, isn't it? And did you enjoy the video? Then be sure to do the usual likey, subscribey, doohickeys, and I'll be back with more content at some point. Usually when something inspires me in the middle of the night stupidly, or if someone sends me a request. Which reminds me, Scarlet Crusader, I am still working on it, honest, I just have a bit of issues going on. Anyway, that's the Hairy Hippo signing out, so I will see you soon. Until then, bye-bye people, bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye. Bye, bye-bye, bye. Be sure to let everyone know I'm still here and I still exist. Bye-bye, see you soon. Hashtag, you know, Hippo, you know, something, I don't know. Just bye-bye. Bye! Bye.